The Indus Waters Treaty of 1960 will be held in abeyance with immediate effect until Pakistan credibly and irrevocably abjures its support for cross-border terrorism.
India has taken a strong step against cross-border terrorism by suspending the Indus Water Treaty with Pakistan. This treaty, which lasted for 64 years, allowed both countries to share water from the Indus River system and remained in place despite wars and tensions. The suspension comes after India's Cabinet Committee on Security approved this move as a retaliatory move against the terrorist attack in Pahalgam. The Indus Water Treaty, signed in 1960 with the help of the World Bank, was considered one of the most successful water sharing agreements in the world. It divided the 6 major rivers of the Indus Basin between the two nations. The eastern rivers under India's control included Ravi, Beas and Satluj, and the western rivers, which was under Pakistan's control, included Indus, Jhelum and Chenab. Now, under the treaty, India had access to 20% of the water while Pakistan controlled the remaining 80%. Although India was allowed to use water from the western rivers for purposes like hydropower, drinking water and agriculture, it could not block or change their natural flow. Signed by India's then Prime Minister Nehru and Pakistan's President Ayub Khan, this treaty was meant to ensure fair distribution of water. However, with its suspension, India now has full control over its share and Pakistan could face challenges in managing water resources for drinking, farming and power generation. Now, this would have an impact on agriculture, which is the backbone of Pakistan's economy. The Indus system is vital for Pakistan's survival, with 80% of cultivated land, which is 16 million hectares, relying on its water. 93% of the water is used for irrigation, sustaining key crops like wheat, rice, sugarcane and cotton. Punjab and Sindh provinces, the agricultural hubs of Pakistan, are especially dependent on the Indus, Jhelum and Chenab rivers. The Indus system supports over 237 million people, accounting for 61% of Pakistan's total population. Any disruption in water flow could trigger severe droughts, food insecurity and mass unemployment in rural regions. Pakistan is already one of the most water-stressed nations, with per capita availability rapidly declining. Major cities like Karachi, Lahore and Multan depend on the Indus system for potable drinking water. A reduction in water supply could lead to urban unrest, forcing the country to seek alternative sources or rely on groundwater, which is already depleting. Hydropower plants like Tarwela and Mangla rely on uninterrupted water flows from the Indus system. The water system contributes nearly 25% of Pakistan's GDP, sustaining industries and homes with consistent electricity generation. A decline in river flows would cripple power generation, resulting in widespread blackouts and economic instability. Loan defaults, unemployment and forced migration could surge in rural areas due to failing farms. New Delhi's move signals a major policy shift, marking their first formal suspension of the treaty after previous diplomatic warnings. Pakistan faces potential diplomatic escalation, legal battles and international mediation, particularly involving the World Bank. India's suspension removes treaty-imposed restrictions, allowing New Delhi greater control over river flows, potentially worsening Pakistan's crisis. The Indus Water Treaty does not have a provision for cancellation, meaning neither India nor Pakistan can end it on their own. The agreement has no expiry date and any changes must be made with the approval of both countries. While India cannot officially exit the treaty, there is a dispute resolution process to handle complaints. Article 9, along with Annexure F and G, explains the steps involved. First, the issue is taken to the Permanent Indus Commission, then to a neutral expert, and if needed, to an arbitration panel for a final decision. In a 2016 interview with the Dawn newspaper, former Pakistani Federal Law Minister Amir Bilal Sufi mentioned that arbitration may not be effective if India refuses to comply with treaty conditions. In case India revokes the treaty, it literally means it has shunned it. The dispute resolution mechanism under Article 9 and Annexes F and G of the IWT will be of no use and assistance to Pakistan. It is limited to a dispute under the treaty and not meant to provide for specific performance of the treaty itself, Sufi told the newspaper. Since there is no provision in the IWT about its duration or suspension, there is no avenue that Pakistan can approach for revival of the treaty. Nor can Pakistan approach the International Court of Justice seeking specific performance to implement the treaty because of the Indian reservation given under the ICJ statute that bars the filing of a case by Pakistan against India. In other words, Pakistan will not be left with any peaceful mechanism for seeking performance of the treaty by India.